Can you sense it? It's going to be an early spring. The signs of it are everywhere. Take the Ohio. She's running fast and filled with dead trees. And among all those floating trees, there's something else afloat. It's flatboats, all of them New Orleans bound.
Seems like everything and everyone's floating down to New Orleans. Once those boats go downriver, it's going to get mighty quiet around here.
I could use some quiet, and that's for certain.
My dear Sheriff, the only thing certain in life is death and taxes. Benjamin Franklin.
You seem to have forgotten the rest of the quote, Philo.
No, I didn't.
The actual quote reads, "The only things certain in life are death, taxes, and your bill is in arrears again, Philo Averill."
I must have forgot that part. You know I'm good for it. Aqua vitae sustains me.
Aqua vitae, that's Latin, isn't it, Philo?
Indeed it is. To widen my horizons, I've been going to Isaac Kinsman's for a few Latin lessons.
Was he sober or in commune with Bacchus while you were there?
Vacate escire. Be still and know. Between glasses of ardent and spouting Latin phrases, he told me he was headed downriver along with everyone else. He's got Orleans boat all loaded up.
With what?
Turkeys, ganders, ducks, chickens. He's all foul.
Foul isn't the word for it if he doesn't keep those cages clean.
Jacob Weaver and his son John should be setting off pretty soon. I heard they got their boat finished and loaded.
Along with Frederick. He's on their boat.
Are you sure, Caleb? I'm not.
Do you know something we don't know?
No. Just none of us have seen Frederick in some time. I don't think any of us can make the statement about him going with any certainty, Sheriff.
After buying all those crops on credit, he has to go. People are expecting to be paid back.
He's taking a mighty big risk, but if his trip is successful, his gamble will pay off handsomely.
And if it doesn't, Philo?
Sic vita est.
Wrong quote yet again, Philo, my lad.
It is too correct. Sic vita est. Such is life.
The actual quote is carpe vinum.
Carpe vinum?
Seize the wine.
It also translates to, "You've been cut off, Philo."
Sic semper tyrannis.
Profit is in the air, boys, and that air is rarefied.
John Smith. You're a long way from Posey Township.
Profit is where you find it, Sheriff.
Taking a boat of cargo downriver?
We got 2 boatloads of my processed oak bark. It's going downriver at supercargo with Ed Patton. It's going, I'm not.
It's a little late to be leaving, if you're trying to leave today, that is.
Late to get back to the bark works as well. Guess I'll just get a bed over at the She Coon.
What's wrong with renting a room here at the Eagle? Oh, I know. The air upstairs. It ain't rarefied.
Cram a few more men in those beds upstairs, it will be.
They have oaks in the lower country. How are you going to make a profit sending oak bark from up here?
Judge, I send the bark from here to New Orleans. From there it goes to England, where they use it to color yarn and cloth.
But isn't the bark cheaper down there, though?
Yes, but it isn't rarefied. Only I have the process. Let you in on a little secret. My process doesn't use steam to drive the machinery.
What does drive it then?
Air, Judge, rarefied air.
You know what the Latin translation of rarefied is, Philo?
No.
Hot air, Philo! Hot air! And there's plenty of it blowing in here right now.
You know, John Smith, for a successful man like yourself, it seems like you have a better business name than Barkworks.
You got one rummaging around in your cranium there, Philo?
I do. Let's make a bet. If you like the name, you buy me and everyone here a round of Arden. If you don't, I buy the round.
Hello, Avril, you got yourself a bed.
Your barkworks is surrounded by a large grove of oak trees, correct?
Eh?
Well, quercus is the Latin word for oak. You should call your place Quercus Grove.
That has a ring to it. Quaker's Grove it is, where the processed bark is best and the air is
Rarified! Tahiti Venum, bring me wine!
You're not going, are you?
I won't. I can't. I don't have anywhere else to go.
Your chair's right where it's always been, Frederick. Did you know my parents wanted me to join the priesthood?
I can't see you as the priest.
It's all how you look at it. Plenty of folks been to my confessional over there. Do you mind if I sit down?
Why not? It's your place.
It might help you to know, Frederick, I spent more time in that lower country than ever I want to remember. I did learn one thing down there, though.
What would that be?
The human soul rots from the inside out. For what shall it profit a man if he gains the whole world and loses his own soul? You remember that verse from Mark?
So you left. That's what I'm doing.
Why?
I had a big fight with Jacob. I wanted him to buy me out.
Did he?
Damn it, no. I told him you'd take the profit, I said. When he wouldn't, I stormed away. He'll never see me again.
That's a rather drastic reaction on your part, don't you think, Frederick?
No, he just doesn't know. Neither do you.
Know what, Frederick? That both he and his son John were going to be shown where the alligator holes are?
I don't understand.
Frederick, that entire lower country is infested with alligators, both of the four-legged and two-legged variety. Now, a four-legged alligator, he'll gratefully take a dead body, drag it up under a riverbank somewhere, stuff it up into a hole, and then when that corpse starts to rot, gator sets to eating. There's no body and no evidence. But it's not the four-legged alligator that you got to worry about. Rather, it's the two-legged variety. You see, they're the ones who are all too happy to keep that food coming.
Abraham Levi didn't tell me that.
I didn't figure he would.
Every day getting closer, knowing what's going to happen there. I can't live with that. If I leave, Jacob and John won't stop there. They'll just keep right on to New Orleans.
What are you going to do about Marguerite?
Well, she's not been at home of late anyway. I guess I got married too early. It's the right time to go. I just don't know where.
Plowboy's going to be getting her steam up in the morning. You have a berth on board. Captain Beacon and I already discussed it. Now, you get down there while it's still dark. Now, wait a minute. Take that.
My 30 pieces of silver?
No. Just call it another sign of an early spring.
You said you got out. What saved you?
Salvation has many names, Frederick. Yours is called Marguerite. There's one thing you need to know about my confessional. I can't grant you absolution. Only she can.
Oh, no. I guess it's goodbye then.
Not goodbye, Frederick.